how should the Blazers handle the backcourt going forward? I brought this up
Mhm.
because I made a video talking about Shaden Sharp and Anthony Simons because it looked real good. Like they got a win against the Rockets. Anthony Simons hit a big shot down the stretch. Shaden Sharp had a hell of a third quarter. Simons closed it out in the fourth. Uh, they looking like a real solid duo. And people was talking about like, yeah, but I'd rather have Scoot. He's a facilitator. Anthony Simons is not a good playmaker. And I just wanted to hear your thoughts on it. What should the Blazers do as far as the Scoot Simons dynamic?
They, I mean, the best thing to do is always keep your talent and try to maximize the talent you have. That would be with Anthony Simons over Scoot. Um, Scoot was touted as like a very high draft, high point guard, a very high guard prospect. People were saying draft him over Brandon Miller, pair him with LaMelo, even though you already have a point guard. People were saying he's gonna like. People were saying so much about Scoot and this generational point guard prospect he was. He has not lived up to that. In the sense, he's already kind of a bust. Um, I'm not gonna be willing to put all my future and the cards on the table, betting on his potential when he hasn't showed me enough to be like, let's get rid of Anthony Simons for him and for Scoot and let him be the he hasn't shown me enough potential, enough promise, give me enough faith to believe in him to be a cornerstone for my team going forward. I do
So,
want a
so
guy like you saying, yeah. I do want a guy who can facilitate and play make a little better than what Anthony Simons has. Um, it's just not gonna be Scoot for me. I'm not gonna. It's just not gonna be with Scoot. So I get their what they want, but for me, I'm keeping Anthony Simons. Selfishly, I want Anthony Simons to go to another team because that'd be more exciting for me. But from the Blazers standpoint, they should try to keep him and get one of these good guards in the draft and then slide everybody over.
I'm with you. Scoot just ain't it, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm just finna rattle off these numbers, bro. Like I hate being that guy because I ain't gonna stunt. Them Scoot versus Victor Wembanyama games had me going. That first Scoot versus Victor Wembanyama had me going. I ain't gonna count. But Scoot
Yeah.
is 11 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 41 from the field, 28 from three. Um, man, he can't score to save his damn life. He just can't. He just can't. And in today's NBA, you a small guard, you can't shoot, or it's like you can't shoot or score. Like you can facilitate a little bit, but Simons is way better. I'm not putting Simons on the bench for no Scoot because he
Mm-mm.
can get a few more assists. No, no, bro. If anything, Scoot, you have to learn to be a six man, or you get your ass up out of here, or you sit on his bench like Cole Anthony. He reminds
Mm-hmm.
me of Cole Anthony at this point.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know.
if Scoot was good enough, he could have been in the start. He would have been in the starting lineup now. You
He
could
just can't
move
score.
Simons to the 2. You could move Shaden to the 3. Like you could do stuff like that. It don't matter if you play 3 guard
No,
lineup. But
Chris, I'm sorry. That would be terrible. I'm sorry.
you a three
That would
night
be.
three guard
Oh
lineup out
my
there.
goodness. No.
All right.
We shut that down right now. Them three can't play together. You go literally have to choose or put one on the bench, trade. I don't even think, like you said, maybe Simons trade him off, but it's like Scoot not good enough for Simons to be gone. He not good
No, he's
enough.
not.
He's just not good enough, bro. And my thing is, it's to the point where okay, I hit on Shaden Sharp. I hit on Shaden Sharp. Simons is still good. Klingon look like I hit on that. I brought in Otville. I got Chris Murray. I got enough guys to where it's like, okay, I made one bad pick. Just
Mm-hmm.
just like what the Magic is doing with Cole Anthony, I can just put you to the side. The Blazers have been competitive lately. You just
Mm-hmm.
gonna have to eat your mistake. It is what it is. Everybody make mistakes. But
Yeah.
you can't don't overcompensate. Don't be like, okay, we gotta get Simons out the way. So Scoot, maybe he could develop more of Simons. No, don't do it. Blazers, don't do it. He's not good enough, bro.
And School had his time to do all that when they missed all them game when they was hurt. Simons and Sharp were hurt, and it was just Scoot. He had his chance to get out there, run the show, and show he could do something. I thought And see, this if there's another time, another Chris would have been defending Scoot and going at you hard because I did believe in Scoot, and I thought bare minimum he could be an explosive guard that can get to the rim and get his shot no matter what, and then facilitate. He can't even do that. He's not consistent when it comes to scoring. He can't put the ball in the basket. He doesn't threaten you in any kind of way. Like he's an NBA level player, sure, but he's not a guy you're building around to take with the second overall pick or third overall pick or whatever. Whatever
How
he
do you
was, I
feel?
can't remember at this
How do you
point.
feel about Denny Avia and Donovan Clingan? Have you got to watch any of them too?
Yeah, I like Klingon. I liked him in the draft, coming out of the draft. I said a lot of teams should invest in that because regardless, he's going to be an anchor for your defense. And when you get a defensive anchor on your team, you're already doing something great. He is a bigger, better Walker Kessler. And
Facts. Yeah.
Walker Kessler came in his rookie season. Everybody was like, oh, he's defensive anchor or whatever. Klingon is already there and a little bit more. He is a big body who can box out. He didn't push DeAndre Ayton to the side, and he's a number 1 overall pick. And said
DeAndre Ayton just hurt, and it's the best thing that happened to the Blazers. They need they need to send him on the first flight out. First flight out.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna push him out the door because he can on the boards. It's his. He's a big body. He can box out. He can get the rebounds. He can move. He can get out there on the perimeter and block shots if he need, like when he can. Dude is a dominant defensive prospect that it came true. And on the offensive side, he has shown promise as well.
Chris, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Shaden Sharp, Anthony Simons, Donovan Clingan, Denny Avia. I like that as a core four. I like it. Denny Avia, he can't shoot worth a damn, but he does all the little things and he can guard bigger wings, which you need next to Shaden Sharp and Simons. Like you said, Donovan Clingan ain't allowing nothing in the paint. So you got a rim protector, you got a big wing defender, you got 2 ISO scorers that can also catch and shoot, and you got they both athletic. So it's like, hey man, that's a solid foe to build around. Scoot, you just got to eat that. Get rid of Aiden. And yeah. What do you think Shaden Sharp's ceiling is? Like, because I know you low-key a Shaden Sharp hater.
I ain't no Shaden Sharp hater, but you've been saying some wild things about this dude because he came back for a few games. I'm like, dude, where's this love fest that you got with Shaden Sharp all of a sudden? He talking about Shaden Sharp more athletic than John Morant and sitting pictures of him.
See the high school
boy,
you ain't see the high school day.
Man, you ain't see Ja high school tape. You don't see what Ja doing in the league.
Ja didn't even hardly get recruited. Bro, stop it. He didn't. Shaden Sharp's the number 1 player in high school. Ja was like a 3-star. Relax.
Ja went to Murray State, and he became the number 2 overall pick from Murray State.
Yeah, Shaden Sharp didn't play not one damn game in Kentucky. He was a 7th overall pick. Yeah, it's levels to this, bro. I'm sorry.
You're right. But I was you gonna talk about who's more athletic and then bring up Shaden Sharp, and then you try to tell me that you trying to tell me that Brandon Miller is not really on his level, and I think that's crazy, dude. You don't think Brandon Miller's on his level? You think it's just? Do you think he clears? You think he's just better?
Shaden Sharp been 25 a game these last 5 games. Shaden Sharp had 30-something on Ant head. He literally had a duel with Ant and won. And we just been praising Ant. Bro, Shaden Sharp, yes, he's better than Brandon Miller, bro. I'm sorry. He's just better. He's a different level of athlete. I think he's a better mid-range scorer. He got more it factor than Brandon Miller. I like Brandon Miller, and it's close. But Shaden Sharp is also younger. Brandon Miller, 22 years old, which is not old, but he's 22. Shaden Sharp is 21. Shaden Sharp, the only thing is Shaden Sharp hasn't been healthy. The health issues is the only reason why you probably think Brandon Miller better. But come on, bro. Yeah, I'd rather have Shaden. Just he more vibes, bro. It's more vibes, man.
Man,
What's your
cool,
case?
Brandon. That's cool. Brandon Miller to me is just better right now, and he'll be better going forward. He's a big wing. For one, he can be a wing. He can be a guard that can play as a guard. Remember that he can play that Paul George kind of role everybody likes. He is an efficient shooter. He can give you 30 on any given night.
Man.
And he's a promising defender. He's a promising defender in the clutch. Oh, come on. He's a very promising defender. He's a promising defender. He will lock up, or he'll be able to lock up in the future when he wants to. He has all the tools to be a great defender. He has that motor to be a great defender. Dude is competitive as all get out. When he got that look in his eye, you see him in that fourth quarter overtime, the LaMelo Ball, he messing around all game, getting in foul trouble. Brandon Miller said, don't even worry about it. I got you. He went off 10, 12 straight points on his own. He said, we're not losing to the Detroit Pistons. And that multiple times he's been a 30-point scorer with next to LaMelo.
Shaedon Sharpe, this is my thing. Shaedon Sharpe is a second half player too. Anthony Simons is a pretty damn good fourth quarter player too. We seen it last year against the Bucks. We seen it last year against the Bulls. Shaedon Sharpe is good in the clutch. Anthony Simons is good in the clutch. Now LaMelo clears Anthony Simons, so that's why we can't talk duos. But Brandon Miller versus Shaedon Sharpe is a lot closer than you think. I think Brandon Miller at 19 points, Shaedon Sharpe at 18. The only thing is going to be availability. I would take Shaedon Sharpe. He's younger, more athletic, better mid-range. Like the three, Brandon Miller's slightly better shooting, but he takes damn near 9-10 threes a game. He don't really score at the rim. Shaedon Sharpe scores at the rim. Like in the Paul George, stop it. Brandon Miller handle is not all that. Stop it. And his playmaking damn sure ain't all that. So stop it. So I don't know.
Shaedon Sharpe is just the greatest player. Dude, Shaedon Sharpe is a scorer. And that's about it. He's an athletic scorer. And that's about it.
Brandon Miller?
So, Brandon Miller is an athletic scorer? No, he's an athletic. He's a scorer. He's a shooter, sniper. And that can play off ball.
He's not a scorer.
Off ball. And he can be a versatile defender.
I don't know. I'll take Shaedon.
With that clutch factor.
People decide.
We
let the people decide. Shaedon Sharpe did it in the clutch too. He did it in the third quarter against the Rockets. He did it against the fourth quarter and he outdueled Ant. And they won. The Blazers, since he came back, the Blazers have been competitive, Chris.
That's true.
Literally.
That is true. But Brandon Miller will, as long as him and LaMelo, all the guys we mentioned at the early top of the show that they got out, you just got them two. You in them games.
One looking like a 2, one looking like a 1. And no offense, but I love Brandon Miller. I think he a dog, but it's just like I think Shaedon Sharpe got that next year. He just got that next year, bro. He'd have made that, yeah. Shaedon Sharpe damn near took that scoring rollover, that number one rollover for Anthony Simons.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can live comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind, need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line, any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I will never quit.